A pioneer of modern snowboarding, Jake Burton Carpenter, dies at 65. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News. First, one person was killed today in a crash on U.S. Highway 6 between Keystone and Dillon near the landfill. Steve Lipsher with Summit Fire and EMS.
Earlier this morning, there was a head-on collision involving a pickup truck and a semi-tractor trailer. One person was killed in the collision, the driver of the pickup truck.
The semi was traveling eastbound toward Dillon around 8:30 a.m. when it collided with a pickup traveling westbound. The semi-driver was uninjured. US 6 was closed for about 3 hours, and hazmat crews spent several hours stabilizing the semi, which slid off the highway into a ditch. Master Trooper Gary Cutler with Colorado State Patrol.
Turned out they had batteries that were filled with acid. It didn't spill out of the roadway, but they were concerned about it at first because the vehicle was unstable.
The accident is under investigation, and the deceased has not been identified. This is the third fatality on US 6 since October, when 2 people were killed and 6 hospitalized in another head-on collision. Earlier today, we told you about a pay raise for Silverthorne Town Council, the first in 18 years, led by Boom Times and Necessity. Town Manager Ryan Highland.
There was certainly an acknowledgement that while it's a community service, childcare and other wages over those 18 years have certainly gone up, so it warranted some adjustment.
Starting next year, the Silverthorne mayor makes $12,000 annually, and council makes $6,000, becoming the highest paid council behind Breck. On average, local mayors make $12,300 per year, but Breckenridge is an outlier, paying $18,000 next April, a 46% increase. Council members make an average of $6,600 annually, again led by the outlier, Breck, at $12,000 next year, up 25%. The remaining councils make half that or less. At the county level, county commissioners earn $104,000, and the sheriff makes $126,000, both rates set by the state. Tune in again next week for a deep dive into town staff salaries, including what jobs earn the most. Every year, the Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center welcomes 60 to 70 people with the Brain Injury Alliance of Colorado, a statewide program. The Alliance is just a fraction of the 3,000 people who visit BOEC every year, but it's how Wilderness Program Director Jamie Overmeyer got hooked. When she was a fresh intern, she met a young woman with a brain injury.
So it was really hard to understand her, and I was just absolutely in a panic because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say.
She kept trying and trying until this happened.
I found out like 2 days into the camp that Mary was speaking in French.
They shared a laugh and moved on with adaptive rock climbing, cycling, and hiking.
And it just made me fall in love immediately with the Brain Injury Alliance camps and really changed the trajectory of my life.
That was 16 years ago, and the BOEC still welcomes brain injury survivors 6 to 7 times per year. To sign up for a camp or volunteer with BOEC, visit boec.org. He's been called the father of modern snowboarding and the soul of the sport. Jake Burton Carpenter, the founder of Burton Snowboards, died last night at his home in Vermont. He was 65.
As a kid, I just always loved snow. It was something that just grabbed me.
That's Jake in an interview with the BBC. When he founded Burton Snowboards in 1977, snowboarding was outlawed across Colorado. Today, it's welcome at every U.S. resort except for 3.
Snowboarders, we've always stood out. And in the beginning, we stuck out like a sore thumb.
Jake competed in the early years, then signed some of the biggest names in the sport: Shaun White, Kelly Clark, Tyree Hawkinson, and Craig Kelly.
We had one board, we didn't have ski boots on, we didn't have poles, we were just, I think, anti-establishment. You are a rebel. What you're doing is irreverent.
Jake watched it grow from an outlaw hobby to a worldwide sport, and by 2023, marketing firm Research Nestor predicts global snowboard sales will reach $352 billion, led by Burton, one of the industry's largest companies. Thank you, Jake. You will be missed. In sports, the Avalanche played the Wild tonight at 6, and in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency. Second race of the A-Basin Rise and Shine Rando Series is next Tuesday, November 26th. Get signed up at arapahoebasin.com. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.